What false fact did you believe in for way too long? I had no clue that pickles and cucumbers were the same thing. I went to grow my first garden and commented that you can't find pickle seeds anywhere. Facepalm. When I was learning to drive, my dad told me that if you go over 75, the tires can overheat and explode. I believed that for way longer than I want to admit. That spiders have big territories. So if your father killed the enormous spider in your room, it was safe to go to bed. Because there would be no other spiders in the whole house. That artichoke hearts were toxic. All because my dad wanted me and my brother to leave them for him. When I was younger, I believed that in different countries a version of myself was there. In France there would be a French version of myself living a regular life. Touching a baby bird will make the mother abandon them. Swallowing a bubble gum would remain forever in your stomach. That sneezing my eyes open would make my eyes pop out. I thought that when blind people put on sunglasses, they can see. That the doctor tied a knot in your umbilical cord when you're born. And the knot determines if you have an innie or outie belly button. That pickles came from trees. A blanket was a viable parachute when jumping off a porch. When I was a kid, I thought zigzag rolling papers were little Bibles. 'Cause the dude on the front looked like Jesus to me. I'm late to the party, but my parents told me that the ice cream truck only played music when it was out of ice cream. I thought milk was cow pee until I was like 8. It just made sense to me and I never questioned it. It's illegal to drive barefoot and also illegal to drive with the inside dome lights on in your car. That your blood is blue inside your body and it only turns red when it's oxygenated. I only learned last year that it's a myth. God, how stupid I feel ever thinking that was real. Eating a seed will cause that tree to grow inside the stomach. That quicksand and the Bermuda Triangle would be huge threats in your day-to-day adult life. Being cold gives you a cold. If you trim your hair it'll grow faster. My dad liked brew. It grows from the roots, not the ends. Why did I believe it? That Santa wasn't real. Work hard and employers will look out for you. That the black market was an actual market you could go to. I thought it was in Egypt or something. And would have black-colored stalls and sell crazy stuff. So I had this bad habit of eating fingernails when I was younger. My mom told me if I ate them, the chewed up nails would cut my lungs. And #X200B. Needless to say, I don't eat nails anymore. I thought Alzheimer's was old-timers. Congress people represent their constituents. Banana nut muffins were made from a banana nut. Just a type of nut called banana nut. I was 17 years old when I learned they were made from bananas and nuts. College will guarantee you a good paying job. I thought for an embarrassing amount of time that cottage cheese was in fact not cheese, and grew on cottage walls. Cracking your knuckles is bad for you and causes arthritis. There are specific zones for taste buds on your tongue. That diagram messed everyone up for decades. I spent way too long absolutely certain that Freddie Mercury and Tim Curry were cousins. Gorillas killed during Vietnam were animals. I thought Wisconsin was somewhere on the mid-Atlantic coast. I grew up less than an hour from the Wisconsin state border. That if I just be myself, people would want to be my friend. That there was local MILFs in my area that wanted to have sex. Turning on the lights inside of a car is illegal when you're driving. Trade schools are for idiots. Gun silences actually silence guns. That the song, In the Air Tonight, by Phil Collins was about him witnessing a man letting another man drown. That Columbus was the only one that thought the Earth was round. Everyone knew the Earth was round, they wouldn't fund his EXP. I always say it, but if you ask for help you'll get it, unless you are attractive or rich. No, you won't. Working hard will make you successful. Have 3 jobs and still can't pay the rent. FML. My dad told me as a young child that the Great Wall of China was actually built to keep rabbits out of all their crops. I told people that for years. That you would get a free Tootsie Pop if you got the Indian with a star on the wrapper. That politicians had our best interests at heart because we elected them to do so. That HR is there for the employees. That you can save your soda pop tabs to trade for. Insert medical procedure or device. Rumor varies by location. If watermelon seeds fell in my stomach, it would grow into a tree, effectively killing me from the inside out. When I was a kid, I thought that when the doctor diagnosed you with something that they literally gave you the condition. I couldn't understand why people went to the doctor. Chameleons change color according to their surroundings. They do not. They change based on temperature, mood, mating availability, etc. That fapping would make me blind. My mom said only fast girls made the first move with guys. Some sad, wasted opportunities. Eating my vegetables would help me grow big and tall like my dad, who's 6'0". I'm a whopping 5'0" tall. I used to believe that the giant Trojan horse was a real historical thing. Tears of joy. That adults are mature people. My dad told me the crusts on bread were made with worms, and I made my mother cut the crusts of bread for a solid 5 years afterwards. That if I worked hard, my life would fall into place. I thought Candyman was a real person. Yes, the horror movie fictional character. Didn't know he was completely made up until I turned 20. That if your Tootsie Pop wrapper had the image of the Native American pointing a bow and arrow at a Star. You'd get a free Tootsie Pop. That horseshoe crabs had poisonous tails like stingrays and could sting you with them. I literally thought this until yesterday. That hard work equals rich. That cows just naturally needed to be milked all the time. I didn't use a microwave until I was 13 because my parents thought it caused cancer. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.